The Geeks every Thursday at noon. How are you? Thank you so much for joining us. We are the Property Geeks with
Berkshire Hathaway Home Services, Lovejoy Realty.
We have to have Hannah say that because if I say it, it's like a tongue twister. Try to say that 10 times fast and see how that comes out for you. How are you? Thank you so much for joining us. We really appreciate it. We're just going to give us a minute. We've got a lot of actually other realtors who wanted to join us and just hear us talk about some photography today. So that is going to be our topic of the day.
Speaking of photography.
Yes. So we're just going to take a second here and let us load up and start. It'll just be a minute.
So this is Lisa. Hello. Just the person sitting here.
Yeah, so we have a special guest today. We are very excited to announce that Lisa with Poppy Seed Photography is here. Oh, we got a whole bunch of likes there. Thanks guys for liking it. We see your thumbs up. It's kind of across the room, so we can't see what you're saying way over there.
Yeah,
you can
we're not
see it down
great
here.
at this live thing yet.
Yeah, we're not that great at it, but you know, again, every week we become more and more awkward, I swear. So thanks for being here. Thanks for the thumbs up. Let us know you're here. Comment here, like I say every week, or here, whether you're on mobile or desktop. Let us know you're here. We love to hear hi ladies, how's it going? We always get a comment about Hannah's hair, so if you want to comment on Hannah's hair.
Oh my God. Not a thing.
It's a thing, it's a thing. So Lisa is here with Poppy Seed Photography. She is our real estate photographer, and we're gonna just give her a second to introduce herself and let you know where you can find her, and I'm gonna make sure that we're going live here. So go ahead.
Hi, I'm Lisa Zamponia, Poppy Seed Photography. My website is poppyseedphoto.com, and then my real estate page is poppyseedphotorealty.com. I've been shooting around the Twin Cities for about 12 years. I started out primarily as a wedding photographer, and then I started doing portraits as well, and now I'm working with Karen and her team doing real estate. So
yes.
Doing awesome.
And doing amazing. That's why we have her here, is because she's really doing amazing. Photography is so important, obviously, in selling a home. We start with staging, then we go to photography next. We've had Melissa with staging, Melissa with Trend Staging on here talking about staging in the weeks past. Now we're having Lisa here talk to us about just, how do you get ready for photography? Some questions about photography. We know we have some realtors on today, and if you have any questions for Lisa, feel free to post them in the comment section, and we will try to.
And we'll have her tagged once we figure it out, because obviously we're not very good at this live thing. But once we have it figured out, we'll have her tagged too. So if you have to find her, on her Facebook and everything, that will be on there. But I mean, give it a couple minutes.
And if you have questions on pricing or anything like that as a realtor, if you have any questions on that for Lisa, you can either find that on her website or you can PM her directly. But guys, I'm telling you, she does a fabulous job. Our clients have been extremely happy. She's great with hands-on working with the clients in the homes, and then the pictures are coming back really, really fabulous. So I see, hi guys, we've got a whole bunch of people joining us. We got Bianca joining us, we've got Linnea joining us, Amanda, Tony. Hi guys, thanks for joining us. If you have any questions, make sure you post.
Awkward. I'm just gonna do that.
Yeah, I know, it's awkward to be like here and here, and I see the thumbs up over there. So yes, again, we're always awkward. So, okay, so one of the things we're talking about here again today is the photography, and we're talking about making sure and how important it is to our clients and the people who are listening out there for more information, how important it is for your realtor to hire someone who specializes in real estate photography.
Yes, and what the difference is between real estate and portrait is a huge difference.
Huge difference. So you want to make sure that at least one of their specialties is real estate photography. And Lisa, why don't you talk about that a little bit? Like what kind of different equipment do you use, or you're doing real estate photography versus portrait?
Well, it requires a few different lenses, pretty wide-angle lenses that a typical portrait photographer wouldn't have. Also a very kind of higher-end, heavy tripod so that you can expose things properly and let in as much natural light as possible to make the photos kind of super bright and exciting and
without looking like what's that word? Saturated.
Saturated words. I don't know the real words, but Lisa does, and that's what's important here. Is that Lisa knows the terminology and she knows how to use it. We don't know. Yes. That's why we have Lisa. So, anyways, let's see here.
Yeah, that's a very good point. Though the natural light really makes a difference.
Yeah.
Oh, Linnea, you're funny. She says a wide-angle lens is also needed to take pictures of realtors sometimes. She just said, thanks, Linnea, you're funny.
Oh my God.
I love you.
That's the worst lens for that.
Yes. Okay, so so having someone who specializes in this area, who has a proper equipment and knows how to edit the photos properly. Whenever I'm in talking to sellers for listing appointments, one of the things I talk to them about and show them is making sure you're working with, again, a real estate photographer, because you don't want the fishbowl look that we've all seen. You've all gone on to Zillow, you've all gone on to Trulia, and you've seen those pictures.
It's horrible.
Right?
It's absolutely
They're so
horrible.
funny. And they look like this. I don't know how to describe it, but like a fishbowl. You know, they're like overstretched from someone trying to do wide angle lens and not knowing how to do it properly.
Well, even just trying to make like a living room that's super tiny look like a super big living room.
It's horrible. It doesn't look good. And you can tell. I mean, and the public is getting smart enough, obviously, that they understand that that's an edited picture. Also, someone, if you don't saturate the colors correctly, they kind of look super saturated. They can kind of look like orangey. I don't know. I don't know the technical terms for it. All I know is that it looks funny to me. So to hire someone who is a professional at this is extremely important. So let's move on here a little bit. We've got some more questions.
So once you hire them, obviously, then it comes to, you probably, whether you have your house staged or not, you have to think about how to prepare your home. So, what would be the best, like when you walk into a home and you're like, oh no, what did they not do? Like, what is the biggest thing?
Step one is when I show up, I'm usually going to shoot the outside first, and oftentimes there are a lot of things I would call tchotchkes in the yard that maybe need to, that are a little distracting to the eye. Things like pot hangers with no pots on them, or gnomes, or not that I have anything against gnomes, but just
we don't discriminate against gnomes.
just like the small little taste-specific things might want to take out.
Or just mowing your lawn.
Hoses stacked up, furniture up against walls, bikes sitting places. So all those things. Yeah, just anything that kind of points to somebody living there, honestly. Like, you want it to be a clean slate for the imagination, because I think people generally lack the imagination to kind of edit those out. So take them out for them ahead of time, so that they're not, so they don't have to pretend like they're not there. They just don't need to be there. And that can pretty much apply throughout the whole house. But I've seen a lot of stuff on the outside that kind of gets neglected because everybody's thinking about the inside. Also, you want to make sure you mow your lawn, move your cars, close your garages, all the things that are going to make a difference on the outside exterior photos.
For sure.
And most of the time, not always, but most of the time, that's the first picture that is on, it's the primary picture, that is on the MLS. And so that's the first picture they're going to see. Normally, if you have a really fabulous kitchen, sometimes we'll put that, right?
Or kitchen.
Or a light fixture, but for the 95% of the time, we're putting exterior front photos, and any realtor out there
and it's the first impression, right? It's the first, it's the cover of the book.
And it is the cover of the book.
And
you need it to be...
You got some good ones.
I know, I like that. That's the cover of the book. That's good.
And then with, as far as interior goes, I think a lot of probably what the stager talked about, I didn't see that, it would apply, obviously, to what I have to say. Less is more. Things that I end up moving are, again, like personal tchotchkes, personal photos,
cereal boxes on top of the refrigerator,
cutting boards. Basically, like, you want to look at real estate magazines, or just magazines of like architecture, or just magazines in general, and just kind of look at how those stagers are setting up just personal products and things like that. And what they do is they keep everything nice and clear and clean, so that the room is what you're looking at, and not the stuff on the counters, or the weird pillow, and you just want to kind of make sure that it's the room that they're going to see, and not your decorating.
Well, and even just stuff like putting the lights on, and like kind of getting it ready to, as if you were going to have someone walk in and look at the house. I mean, that's what you're doing. The photographer's coming and taking pictures of what you want the people that are going to be buying it to see the home like. So why not set up your house for a normal showing? For the photographer. Some people say, oh, well, the photographer, they'll come and then they'll take the pictures, and then we'll declutter and we'll get it ready for showing. Like, do it before.
Do the hard work now, because as soon as your house gets listed, you're going to have showings.
Your online presence is the first thing. If people don't like your pictures, they're not going to come to your house. I mean, Yeah. I mean, that's how I am. If I don't, I'm like, click, click, click. Nope, I don't like it. I'm on to the next, you know?
And
So
I think another major detail for me is cleanliness. You gotta wash down the counters, the refrigerator, your showers. I'm going to photograph those, especially if they're beautiful tile, things that I'm going to want to take photos of. The sinks need to be clean without soap.
Can you see that in pictures?
Yeah, absolutely.
That's really good.
And I think, you know, things like soap containers. I've had people move shampoo bottles.
Yes.
And then what I would recommend as far as just even ready for staging or showing the house is have like an extra set of clean towels you only pull out for the photos.
Yes.
And then for the showings, you don't want...
Absolutely.
it's like the guest towels that no one's allowed to use.
Hey, that's so true.
Pull those out.
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah,
and then I would just put a basket in each room that you shove that stuff under things when people come. And
or the
especially
garage.
for
the garage.
Exactly,
Yes,
totes
no
and stuff.
problem.
And I would just
Like
minimize the amount of stuff you have on any shelf at all, anywhere.
That's great. That's a great one. Toys. We love toys.
Yeah.
We have children.
Oh, yeah.
We all have children around the same age, and they all have a lot of toys, right?
Toys.
Oh man, do they have more toys than what they know what to do with? But yes.
But we've told our client, I mean, just the last appointment we were on, we told clients, just get a basket or two that right before you go to work for the day, you know, in the morning, whether you're getting a photographer, you're having a showing, shove everything in that basket and just put it in your car and bring it with you to work or something, you know, and then it's out of the house, it's not there, and then you come home, you just grab the basket and bring it back inside.
Well, we have a lot more than a basket of toys.
Yeah, well, a basket or two, you know,
try to minimize, and especially for the photography, and sometimes, I mean, you have to live there, right? You ultimately are, if you're still living in the home, you have to live there. You have children, you can't ask them to not touch anything. I mean, that's ridiculous. So, but for the photography, we need all that extra stuff out. If you put it in the garage, I mean, so infrequently are we taking pictures of the inside of your garage.
Unless it's like a fabulous garage.
Unless it's a fabulous garage with like finished floors and you really want to highlight that. Yeah, man cave. Unless you have something like that, you really want to take all that extra and get it out of there. So when she gets there, you're ready. So if anything else needs to move, you're not moving all of that bulk. Right. Make sure you're taking everything off the counters in your kitchen, wiping down. I'm glad to hear. I didn't realize that fact that you're able to actually see like soap scum and things like that in pictures, I suppose.
Well, and then like, what do you think are the most difficult rooms? Like, you know, I almost said photography.
To photograph. Yes, to photograph.
My English again. What do you think is the hardest ones?
Well, small powder rooms.
Yeah.
Basement rooms with no windows. I mean, they're just a little more challenging, but at the end of the day, they're, you know, we can make it work.
Yeah, and if there's like a little area, I mean, and sometimes we only have 28 spots on the MLS anyways. We want to take whatever the highlight of that home is and put as many pictures out there as possible. Ultimately, these photos are going to sell your home. Right. So it's that's why we have Lisa here, is because the photos are so
especially
important.
This day and age. So many people are online shopping for months before they actually go and see homes in person. Yeah, like I have so many people that are just casually looking online because photography is so good now, and online there's the virtual tours and all of that stuff that you can do that there's no need to go see it in person because you have so much to look at online already. And if you don't have good material online for your home that you're trying to sell, you're not gonna get that captured buyer in at all. Yes. I mean, when it comes down to it, that's how you guys are both looking at me. It's really weird.
I'm in the middle. You're in the middle. But Lisa talked earlier about telling your story, and I think that's you hit the nail on the head. I couldn't have said that better. It's because what you're doing is you're telling the story about how that buyer could live in the home. So you really do need to depersonalize, declutter, take as much of your own personal out of there, and really tell the story through the photos, online. Thank you for all the likes. Look at all those likes.
Hi, Amanda.
Love those likes.
Okay, you know what's really funny? I'm sorry. So Doc said that my garage is the reason I bought this house, which is true, but I have a point to make because, yes, I'm sure when you saw the garage, you're like, oh my gosh, this is fantastic. Yes. But you had to get your wife to that house.
It's true.
So how did you get your wife to the house? Probably not a picture of the garage online. You probably saw a picture of something that your wife liked, and she got there, and then you saw the garage, and you're like, yeah, I'm sold.
Yes. The garage is very often the reason why absolutely the garage in the state of Minnesota or Wisconsin is very important, right? We're not discounting that. It's just not normally something, unless it's a really fabulous garage, not something we're normally going to be photographing.
And what you could possibly do in that situation, if your garage is a feature that you want photographed, is get a storage space, find a friend, and store stuff in their garage instead. I moved an entire room's worth of stuff into my mom's basement when we showed our very tiny little house, because I needed to cut out half of my stuff to make it look livable.
Yeah, and this is real world.
And I would have to say that one of the most challenging rooms to shoot is a very cluttered room. It's hard to take that away or make it look clean and open if there's a lot of furniture or a lot of things in the room that shouldn't be there.
A lot of personal items.
Well, yeah, or just like where people have just put a lot of stuff.
Oh, sure. Yes, absolutely.
Shorter and everything.
Legs.
So Tony said, hi, cute hair. Linnea said, your hair is nice today.
Oh, thank you.
I'm just trying to make sure we see everybody.
Oh,
that's so hilarious.
That's so fun. Okay, guys, let's see here. Do we have any more questions at all?
Hi, Joe. Thanks for tuning in.
Hi, Joe.
I'm sorry.
We have a lot of people today. Hi, guys. Thanks so much again for joining us. Yes. So, okay. Any other questions for Lisa?
I think that was the ones that we had gotten. I think that was it.
I think we're good. We just appreciate you being here.
Yes, thank you.
And if you guys have any questions, make sure you're asking. Otherwise, you can PM her. We'll have her contact information on here. I hate saying PM. It just sounds so weird. But message her, private message her, and we'll have her contact information on here. She's fabulous. She's just really wonderful. We really appreciate all of you being here today, taking a few minutes out of your day to join us. Again,
compliment our hair.
I know. Say hello. Say hello. Look at all those legs again, guys. Thank you. We love it. And we have some really exciting news. So hopefully this weekend, like in the next 5 days, we'll be moving into our new office space. We actually have a new team member who is joining us, and we are really excited to talk about her. We'll be chatting about her, a new agent with a ton of experiences joining us. So stay tuned.
And we won't have the fireplace behind us for much longer.
We won't have the fireplace behind us for much longer.
We'll be seasonally correct.
Yes. We will be in the new office space. So thanks, guys. Love you all. Thanks for joining us. Join us next week at Thursday at noon for Grill the Geeks. Thanks. Bye now.
Thank you.